I just want to understand.
Without OptiFIne, I can't really play this game, especially while recording. Go to OptiFIne.net. If you Google or search for OptiFIne, you will be sent to a misleading page that will install viruses and stuff, so be careful. This is a partial list of how OptiFIne helps improve performance for Minecraft. You can play the game faster if you've got a good computer, because it can handle the extra load, like fancier texture and resource packs that are more pixels per block and that sort of thing. Things like the shaders, like people like Corrales and B-Dubs like to use, those 64-bit texture packs and so on. But in addition, you can turn off fog. You can turn off animations like torches, lava, water, things like that really glitch me out. You can turn off snowfall and rainfall. There are a lot of things you can do to tweak your FPS, which is your frames per second. That means how many images you see every second. You can make it so that it coordinates with your computer monitor, so you're not demanding more frames per second than your computer monitor can display. Also, like compression rates on videos. YouTube compresses to 30 frames per second. You don't need more than 30 frames per second. Here's the download page. Here are versions of OptiFIne going all the way back to the history of Minecraft. So whatever version of Minecraft you're playing, pretty much, OptiFIne may have several versions that you can use, depending on how fancy you want to get. If you go to Planet Minecraft, you can get descriptions of all these. Skip the ad. I've got ad block on, so you can't even see the ad. And then click the download OptiFIne link and save it. I've got it saved in my downloads. I'm going to open it with 7-zip, or you can use WinRAR. Those are ways that you can look at. These are heavy files, and they've been compressed, so they won't take up a lot of space on your computer. And you need to use a tool like 7-zip or WinRAR so that you can open the archives and see all the folders that are all smashed up in there, so they won't take up so much space on your computer. Okay, and you will notice there is a META INF file in the OptiFIne. See, it's the second one down there, META INF. Leave that. Do not touch it. However, whatever version of Minecraft you're using, remove that version's META INF file. OptiFIne has a different file. It'll load everything you need. If you have both of them on, it will not work. Now you've gone into computer, users, username, app data, roaming, all that, and you're in your Minecraft. You go to whatever version you want. In my case, 1.7.2, and I made a copy of the entire Minecraft version. And inside this will show you what the original one looked like and what everything was named. Just named 1.7.2 for the JSON file and for the jar file. Now I've renamed all the files, and in the JSON file I have opened it into a text box, and I have changed where it used to say just 1.7.2, and I've added OptiFIne at the end of it. All of these have to be named the same thing. You can name it Elephant if you want to. I just named it 1.7.2 OptiFIne, so I know what version it is, and so I know OptiFIne's in it. Then with WinRAR or 7-zip, you open the jar file, and here's where you will remove the META INF. The reason I'm not doing it is that I've already copied the OptiFIne into it, so that's the correct META INF file. So I don't need to do it. I'm just showing you what things look like here. Okay? So now you've got your Minecraft jar file open for the version you want, and you've got OptiFIne open for the version you want. See all the folders that are in there? Files. Now you're going to go into your jar file, open it with 7-zip, and you're just going to copy everything that's in there. including the META INF and everything, and you're going to paste it over here. Make sure you don't paste it into a folder or something. It'll get lost inside the folder. Make sure that you paste it right into the jar file so all the files are in there, and then close everything up. Now you're going to open up Minecraft using the new launcher, not the old clunky ones. I don't think those are even supported anymore. And you're going to start a new profile. In my case, I've already made the profile, so I'm just going to show it to you. But you would have gone into new profile, and you would name it 1.7.2 OptiFIne. In this case, I would anyway. And then you're going to go through your versions. Those are the versions that were in that folder you just had open. You're going to find 1.7.2 OptiFIne. You're going to tell it everything's okay, and you're going to test the game by playing it. Now I didn't know it, but I had my browser open, and that slowed me down. That got me less FPS, frames per second. Also, I'm recording. So do you see how hard it is for me to play a Vex map or something? There's a lot of entities in a very small space here. There's hostile and passive mobs. There's testificates, so on. There's a huge lava fall and a huge waterfall nearby. There's a lot going on in this small bit of space. And even using OptiFIne and using a lot of the features available, I still have a very low FPS. That's why it's so very hard for me to play that Vex. Oh, leave your snooper settings on so they don't know who you are or what you're doing or anything like that. But they like to see what machine you're playing on, what version you're playing on, so on and so forth. That gives them information so they can make the game better. I keep my graphics on fast, not fancy. I keep my render distance as low as I dare. If I have to see way far off in the distance, okay. But the less stuff the computer has to load, the better. View bobbing off so it won't make me sick. Fog off because I can't see. Let's see. I don't want fancy server textures. I don't want clouds or any of that stuff. I do want the sky, sun, and moon on. I keep everything fast. Graphics are all fast. So I don't have to deal with waiting for stuff to load. My GUI scale is large because I'm vision impaired. Animations, this is very important. I turn as many animations off as I can, because that's just more stuff for my computer to have to pay attention to. Especially things like lava and rain and that sort of stuff. It sucks so much memory. I leave dripping water and lava on. That's when you're right under a block where there's going to be lava or water and you see the little drips. I also leave potion effects on. That's only because they now have invisible spiders with potion effects. I would not be able to see them if I didn't have the potion effects on. I have clear water on so that I can see in and under water and through water. And you can adjust your bitmap levels and all that stuff. You can read about that to learn what you should do for your particular computer, okay? But I reduce as much stress on my computer as I possibly can. Smooth FPS on so you don't get lag spikes. Load far off so it's not keeping a whole bunch of chunks and stuff in my computer, and my computer's having to remember all that stuff. Excuse me. I think I'm gonna go. Nope. Yeah, smooth world, all of that. But go through and study the OptiFIne forums at Planet Minecraft and so on. And there's plenty of tutorials about how to use OptiFIne. And as you see, when you mouse over, you get a little window that explains what things are and how they work. So you can make some decisions on your own, but definitely study OptiFIne so you know how best to use it. So you see how, even though I'm pretty far distance from the entities, which is the animals and item frames, minecarts, boats, that sort of stuff, even though I'm pretty far away and all the mobs and stuff, I'm still pretty jerky. So you can, even with OptiFIne on, I have a very, very inexpensive old computer and very poor rural internet. So can you imagine how impossible it has been for me to play Minecraft without OptiFIne on? The best I could do was build things on Zuma's server, and even there, things were jerky. I was getting block lag. It was very hard to place blocks. I did that entire tree with a whole bunch of slideshows and a whole bunch of didn't place block in the right place because it was just jerking around too much, you know? So, yeah, without OptiFIne, cheap computers like mine can't do it. There was no way I could go around this lava before when it was animated and fly as smoothly as I am right now. No way. I've got my F3 button on occasionally as I'm doing these fly-throughs of worlds so that you can see what my FPS is. With OptiFIne on and no video recording yesterday with not a whole lot of people around, I was able to fly pretty smoothly, and I was getting between 30 and 60 FPS. That's what a non-animated torch looks like. No smoke, no flame flickering. Saves a lot on your computer having to load all those little torch animations. So I'm doing a lot better. There's a lot of information out there. I can't recommend OptiFIne enough. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.
I just want to understand.